Hey guys, this is Mike Morchese, World Calisthenic Organization Master Trainer and the creator of Up Your Fitness Mobile. I'm here today to explain to you the best way to approach dips and pull-ups from a fundamental level and what kinds of assistance is going to bring you the greatest development and strength. There are two major ways a trainee will modify the intensity of any bodyweight exercise. Number one, we can modify the angle of our body to dictate the resistance we feel in a movement. This doesn't apply to dips and pull-ups very well, so we won't expand on that in this video. Leverage doesn't play a big role in how we approach our dip and pull-up training unless we start incorporating accessory movements outside of these patterns. Number two ties into what we'll be outlining today. We can use a machine, rubber banded resistance bands, or our legs to provide assistance in the motion. This would be the most practical and effective way to bring our pull-up and dip game to the next level. Let's start with the least effective option, the machine assist. Most machine-assisted dips and pull-ups work by lifting the knees with a countermeasure of adjustable weight. This approach has a lot of drawbacks, the biggest of which is that the machine fails to let the body go through a natural range of motion during a push or pull. Human movement is rarely A to B linear in patterns. There are plenty of nuances in a pull-up and dip, and our body won't be able to adapt to those aspects on a stable platform and on a fixed track. More often than not, these kind of pull-ups and dips won't translate into unassisted dips and pull-ups, even when the assistance is periodically removed. Our second option is using our lower body to provide assistance during a pull-up or dip. By using a bar or bench, we can extend our legs further out, increasing resistance in the upper body progressively. This is much more practical than pull-ups and dips on a machine, with less of the drawbacks related to tracking and the motion. But this approach is not without its faults. Beginners will often modify their body unintentionally and compensate during the exercise, exerting far more effort from their lower body. Our final option, using rubber banded resistance bands, happens to be the most effective approach to pull-ups and dips. Resistance bands assist by providing varying degrees of assistance during an exercise. They satisfy all of the pitfalls of the other two options. We can maintain a position that mimics an unassisted pull-up and dip so we are able to learn the pattern effectively, and we can quantify the amount of assistance we are using over a period of time. Anyone who's attempted a pull-up or dip will agree that the dead hang in a pull-up and the lowest point of a dip is the most challenging points in their respective range of motion. When our body is positioned at this point in the movement, we have a little mechanical advantage or leverage in this posture. Just like any rubber band, the resistance bands can provide progressive assistance when you need it the most. Since the band delivers more assistance when it is stretched further, more assistance is delivered when you need it, and the assistance is naturally removed at a stronger point in your range of motion. Once the trainee has mastered a particular band, they can move on to a band with less resistance to benchmark their development. This isn't a matter of bias. Rubber banded resistance bands are a priceless tool when mastering calisthenics, allowing trainees to progress safely and effectively without trial, error, or injury. While there are plenty of options available to trainees working on fundamentals, spending time and energy on the most effective approaches to exercise can make that learning curve a little less steep.